This is Kelso Sturgeon. Thank you very much for joining me for the midweek session of my college advanced football handicapping. Today we're going to talk about the handicapping process. Before we get into that, just a couple of important items. Number one, the National Football League season starts Thursday night with the Baltimore Ravens at the Denver Broncos. This game opened at Denver -9. It's now down to Denver -7.5, so the money's showing on Baltimore. I am releasing this game Thursday night as a 50-unit play, and I'm confident that I will get the cash. You'll be able to get that game on this website or toll-free at 1-800-755-2255. It's part of, it'll go to members of the Personal Best Club as part of their membership. Others will have to pay $50 for it. I do take all major credit cards. You know, I've started off the football season in tremendous fashion. Last Saturday, won my 100-unit college kickoff blowout game of the year with Northwestern. On Saturday and Sunday, 5-0 with my Best Bets Club plays, which, by the way, won by an average of more than 30 points. And then my Chairman's Club kept right on winning on Monday night with a 25-unit play on Florida State, which buried Pittsburgh. The winning continues, you know, with all my clubs off to a dynamite start and intend to continue right into the NFL season. Now let's talk a little bit about how I handicap, because a lot of people ask, what is the process, what do I do? Well, there's many technical things I do, but I want to move past that to the next stage. Let's say I've done all my technical work, done all my numerical work, done all my statistical comparisons or whatever, and I've come up with, let's say, 10 or 15 games that just might be able to be used at some level in one of my services. Now, the first thing I do is I list these games, and then I spend days trying to tell myself or convince myself why not to bet on them. You know, sometimes originally when you pick a game, you have a lot of enthusiasm, at least mentally. Wow, this is really a spot and I'm going to take advantage of this. Well, I don't like to pick games with enthusiasm, but with facts. And so, let's say, for instance, last week when I picked Northwestern as my 100-unit play, I knew that on Sunday evening, 6 days before the game was to be played, that Northwestern was, or would most likely be, my 100-unit play. I spent the entire week trying to convince myself that Northwestern should not be the play. Well, it turned out Northwestern was the play, and it won. I did that with every other game that I released. I liked Alabama over Virginia Tech, but I tried to talk myself out of laying that 20.5 points. I actually thought that Maryland would bury Florida International, but I still tried to talk myself out of laying the 22 in that game. And that's my process. Pick the games I like, pick the teams I like, and then try to convince myself that it was the wrong move, that I've uncovered data that means this is a no play, it's too risky, you don't have the edges to get the job done. And I handicap the colleges and the NFL that way. And you know, I do it with obviously a very, very critical analysis. And if I find that there aren't the chinks in the armor that I thought there were, then I'll just pass on the game. I'm one of these guys, I'm not looking for a contest. I'm looking for a game in which one team can dominate the other. Of course, that doesn't always work out, but most of the time it does. And I think I proved that with all the blowout winners that I had in the colleges this past weekend. Once again, not looking for a contest, looking for a game that's one-sided, and I honestly don't care how big the number is if I think the game is one-sided. As I've said many times, I'd just soon lay 28 as 3. We know where the 3 is going. It's going to be close. And as a source of betting lines, things are kind of changing. You know, the betting lines come out for the following week, at least in the colleges, about halftime on the late Sunday games in the NFL. Right now they're being posted first at the Wynn Sportsbook and Casino here in Las Vegas. Bad numbers. I don't pay any attention to them. The best numbers come off from the offshore outlets about a half hour after the Wynn posts its numbers. and they are extremely accurate. They come from three major books that book the biggest players in the world, Chris, Five Dimes, and the Greek. And so that's where I start and use these numbers as my opening numbers, and I follow that through on down through the week until I release my games. And it's as simple as that. Try to talk yourself out of betting a game you really like. Be very patient and look for those contests where one side has a tremendous edge. Now, I'm going to release a 100-unit play this Saturday. The team I'm releasing is less than a touchdown favorite and grades out a 35 to 40 point winner. And I don't know where they came up with the less than a touchdown. That's fine with me because I intend to absolutely hit the ball out of the park on this game. So once again, let me review. 50-unit play in the NFL on Thursday night. That's the first of three 50-unit NFL plays this week. A 100-unit play in the colleges on Saturday, my 100-unit college game of the week. And just keep in mind that all these games and all these services are available on this website and toll free at 1-800-755-2255. Now let me leave you with this this football thought here. It comes from Paul Dietzel, the former football coach at LSU and years ago. You can learn more character on the 2-yard line than anywhere else in life. And if you've been there and done that, you know that it's true. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be right back here Friday morning with my next report.